Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, I am Victor Michael Vincent Jr., and I am your re-entry expert. Good morning. It's Friday. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I just want to talk a little bit about a re-entry simulation we went through yesterday, Thursday. It was a whole lot of parole and probation officers. And basically, the simulation is based on you get a packet, and you have to follow the rules of that packet. And that packet might tell you, go get a job. Or it might tell you, go apply for assistance. And then you go to a table that says work or a table that says assistance. They have a plasma center, a bank, a superstore where you can buy food because you have to eat during the course of the week. And there are check boxes to check off to make sure you get everything done. And there are things on that list. You might have to go report to a parole officer or probation officer. So you have to navigate your way basically through coming home and doing all the things you're supposed to do so you won't violate your parole or probation or end up back in prison. It was funny because this simulation, after the end of the first week, just about everybody was locked up. And that's what people who face incarceration go through coming home. You think it's easy. You think it's just normal that they should be able to come out and function and get a job. And it's not that easy, and it's not normal. They go through hurdles and obstacles that are unbelievable and that break most people. It's not like everybody's weak because they go back to prison. A lot of times they aren't afforded the opportunities to be successful. And that's one of the reasons why I do this reentry program and why I'm doing these posts. Because I want you to send this video out, and I'm hoping that some employers see this video and realize, hey, maybe I should give somebody a second chance. That's the problem. We're not forgiving like we really say we are. We hold things against people who have committed crimes or have gotten in trouble, or even sometimes people who don't. When we hear that somebody at once was a drug user or an alcoholic, we want to hold that against them. And far too often, we impede people's success who has fallen on these types of situations and ended up in these types of situations. And I'm going to run off a list of names real quick just to give you some insight of people who have been locked up or incarcerated. Kwasi Mfume, Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, Nelson Mandela, Christian Slater, Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, Tim Allen from Tool Time. These are just a couple names that I'm going to run by you. And I'm telling you this because there's somebody who has faced incarceration, who made a mistake, who did something wrong, who could be the voice to uplift your whole community. But he's not getting that chance because you won't give it to him. It's time that we start giving people chances. You hear about all different kinds of fields, the medical field, the insurance field, Winston with the operators. You're hearing about fields that don't have enough people to have these jobs. And I believe the reason why is because we're too busy holding people accountable for things that they did 10 and 20 years ago. What would it look like if you gave a person a break who's been a perfect model citizen in society for 10, 15 years? What would it look like? What kind of goals and what kind of help could that person give to his or her community? A community is only as good as the strong residents in that community. You know, when we watch videos in Baltimore, we're watching children in school fighting teachers. And a lot of times it's because the teachers can't relate to the students and the students can't relate to the teachers. Bring some people into the school that the kids can relate to. Let people give kids their testimony who have fallen on hard times. Prison is one of the ugliest places you can go. And it surprises me right now, this day and age, we talking about somebody going to prison and like, well, he be home in 3 years. There's no guarantee you're going to make it out once you go in. There's no way to know the type of mental damage and anger shit will cause you being in those joints and institutions. But I preached too far this morning. Have a blessed Friday. Have a beautiful weekend. Once again, I am Victor Michael Vincent Jr., and I am your reentry expert. Peace.